Hey there, so today I want to talk about why religion and Christianity in particular turns people off, and why it can be scary for them, even though they won't admit that. But it does turn people off a lot. You know, when you hear people talking about going to hell and your sins and all this stuff, many people are just immediately turned off by it because it's so judgy. People judge, a lot of Christian folk judge others. And so today I want to talk about this. And first of all, there are many Christians who aren't real, true Christians. And obviously I understand that for Christians they want to, in any religion, well, maybe not any religion, but in most religions I feel like people want to convert you. And with Christianity, of course, that's the case. So when people start talking about sin and hell, nobody wants to hear that, right? Well, for me, I've been studying philosophy a long time now, and I've come to some conclusions, and I've come back to Christianity, to be honest. And so I understand, I want to talk about it a little bit, and it's not as judgy and as, you know, it's not such a turn off as you think that it is. It has been made, the church has given Christianity a very bad rep, and also a lot of fake Christians. Now, what are fake Christians? Those are the people that just do the judging. They're just not kind, they're not coming from love. They don't even try to live sinlessly themselves. You know, we've all heard the stories of the priests, the Catholic priests and whatever, with abusing children and stuff. You know, that's obviously not Christ-like. So the judging and everything, when you are turned off by Christianity in particular, because I'm just focusing on Christianity because that's what I know most of and what I believe in. When you're turned off by Christianity, it's because multiple things. But when it comes to these judging people, those are not true Christians. True Christians will come from a place of love. They'll try to discuss with you things. They won't say, "Oh, you're a sinner, you're going to hell." They will talk about the religion and try to make you understand, but not in a judgy manner. Then, if that's the case, that's just the person. You know, that's not the religion. So I want to talk about sins and all this stuff that we don't want to hear about. So I've come to understand that a lot of the things we must hear, we don't want to hear. And that's like, you must get out of bed, you must clean up your room, you must go to work. All these things that we must do, we don't want to do. We must go to the gym in order to be better, or to, you know, there are a lot of things, a lot of responsibilities that we should do, but we don't want to hear about that. We don't constantly want to hear someone say, "Yo, how are you doing? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Are you keeping up with this?" We want to be told, okay, it's fine to ease up a little, you know, to take some rest, you know, stay in bed for a minute. You have deserved this, you earn it. That's what we want to hear, but it's not what we need to hear. And I feel like it's the same with these things in religion, in Christianity, you know. We don't want to talk about sin and all this stuff and judgment, but we need to hear it at some point. We need to hear that we should live righteously. We should try to live righteously. And many will say, okay, what's the point, you know, I don't believe in that bullshit and whatever. Well, for me, because before I came back to Christianity and believe in the whole thing, I was thinking to myself, how can I just live best for myself, you know, how can I have experienced the best life? And to me that answer is simply living life in a way that you're proud of what you're doing, of who you are. And that means taking a lot of responsibility, doing a lot of things you initially don't want to do, like going to the gym, getting out of bed, going to work. These are all things that we in the moment don't want to do. We're like, I don't want to do it, I just want to stay in bed and stuff. But once we've done them, we're proud of ourselves because we feel strong. We know that we are capable, and that makes us happier in the long run. You know, it brings a more fulfilling life. So if you're separated from religion, it in itself is great advice in order to live a good life. And that's why I'm such a strong advocate for Christianity. Even if you don't believe in the religion itself, I think if people hate on the religion just for the sake of hating, or I think that's idiotic, because I think the religion itself, even if you don't believe it, it's still a very good guide to life, to live righteously and to just have a good life yourself. But also, it's like a ripple effect. If you yourself live righteously and live in a manner that you're proud of yourself, it will ripple out, it will affect other people as well, and thus it spreads a good life on others. It spreads goodness to the rest of the world. And so I've talked about how separately from Christianity it's a good thing, but within Christianity, of course, it's also a good thing, you know, within the religion's context. But that's up to you if you want to believe that. My only advice would be to be open towards it, instead of being like, oh, I don't believe that, it's all negative, judging and sin. No, there's a reason for it, you know. There's a reason why our fleshing, or like the desires of our flesh, lustful, we want to eat. We have so many animalistic desires within us, and these are not desires that I feel we need to indulge in. And that's exactly written like in religious texts, you know. In Christianity, there's a reason why those are frowned upon in the texts, in the sacred texts. And you know, many people now these days want to be free. They want to be individualistic. They want to be free. They want to be able to do whatever they want. And my question is, regardless, not even in the context of Christianity, is that the best for you? Is it the best for the world? My answer is a clear no. You will be much happier if you live trying to avoid your animalistic or control your animalistic instincts. And that's why I think Christianity is a good way to live, regardless whether you believe the religious context, and why I think a lot of people are against it, or they don't like to hear it, because it is, you have to control yourself, you know, instead of letting your urges, in what form it is, control you. And it's funny because a lot of people will say, oh, religion is man-made, it's to control the masses. And that's the dumbest argument I've ever heard, because if it's to control the masses, then why does it go against all our human temptations? You know, why does it go against lust? Why does it go against desires that we want but can't have? You know, it goes against all of the things. The world we live in right now is what I feel like has control on the masses. You know, TikTok, you know, Coca-Cola, I don't know, like these mass corporations have control on us. The government has control on us because we're all slaves to our phones and to our addictions, to Pornhub, for example. It's controlling us right now because we are slaves to our urges. And when you turn to religion or to philosophy or to a way of life where you control these urges, that's when you are truly free, because now you can actually do the things you actually want to do. Like if you want to become a painter or want to become strong in the gym or in a sport, now you can actually do the things that you want to do in the long run, instead of being a slave to your urges, which are controlling from the outside, from the government, for the mass corporations. That's so funny. Why I think it's so funny when people make that argument, because it's all twisted, man. It's all upside down. So yeah, the only thing I want to say, lastly, is to just be open towards these things. You know, be open towards these religions, especially Christianity. I think it's the best one, the real one, because it's not made to control you or made to judge. You know, it's actually made to have a good life and to make the world a better place. It's made from love, I'd say. So stay open towards it, give it a shot, and God bless. Bye bye.